What happened to the old sort of ACLU crowd that once upon a time would have complained about all this? Because in addition to all the censorship stuff, and I know people have different feelings about that, but it's leaning on companies like PayPal or payment processing companies. It's the relentless kind of seeking out of pressure points, financial pressure points, to clamp down on any kind of expression. It's it's not getting any of the blowback that we would have gotten 15 years ago. Where did that go?
They've been completely bought off, and that the progressive left of today is not the progressive left that I even knew during the Bush era, but certainly not the progressive left of the 60s or 70s, which saw civil liberties as paramount, because without civil liberties in a society like ours, they could no longer organize. They're just bought off, and they're part of a kind of NGO class that acts as a urban cadre for the financial elite. The ACLU in DC, Washington DC, is heavily funded by Bill Gates. He funds all of the established fact checking sites, which only come in to check facts when somebody contravenes the objectives of the elite, like Pointer or Snopes or any of these entities. The ACLU doesn't care about this. The ACLU is fighting like what Ron DeSantis is doing, which I consider in many ways unconstitutional. You know, the book bans, a lot of the flagrant culture war campaigns that he's running there. What we're facing is so much more insidious, and I think it's such a greater threat. I think the radical center is a far greater threat to the Constitution than the radical right, because the radical right is cartoonish and it's easy to mobilize opposition to them. But what the radical center is doing is something that is emanating from the heart of the national security state. It's completely opaque, and they have all the power, and they are determined to impose a technocratic, undemocratic system on us from behind the guise of liberal democracy.